The first lesson you learn when you're black is that life isn't fair. And it develops, it creates this sense of self-dependency. Like, if we don't do it for ourselves, nobody's gonna do it for us. And I learned that mad early. Like, I started cooking when I was 7. So that should tell you, my mom worked the night shift. So I had to learn how to cook just to survive, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody about to make me noodles. I gotta go put some seasoning in that junk, make it good, you know what I'm saying? It taught me a lot about just being independent and being able to stand on my own, even when nobody else was willing to stand with me. So even when I got kicked out of school, well, when I started doing poetry, it all centered back to that one thing, that being alone. When I'm on stage, it's just me. If I mess up, it's on me. So I have no choice but to win. I have no choice but to kill it every time I step in front of a microphone, because if I don't, I'm done.
I got a target on my body, somebody. Please protect me, got a target on my body, somebody. Please protect me, got a target on my body, somebody. Please protect me. The devil heard I got a message, so he's trying to disconnect me. The mayor said, do the right thing, Doc. So here I am trying to heal the hood. I brought some cameras and my consciousness, a script challenging politics. Didn't need to practice, man, I swear that I was Iverson. Bedford-Stuyvesant lives within them. Cops poison the streets with venom, counteract like penicillin. You see, this pen is healing. But Lee, he had a vision. The heat was cataclysmic, metaphoric of the violent nature cops creating the streets. Let's take it back to Howard Beach, Southern Queens, 1986. To this day, it still makes me sick. One black man killed. They hit him with a car. He who did his dad was a cop. So the charges got dropped, robbed him of his right to live. Kill a Negro, be a hero, brother, that's just how it is.
To stick to the religion hasn't been an easy task for me. Going to an Islamic school, I can honestly say, made it even more difficult to be a Muslim for me. I got in trouble one time for saying, I was in the hallways, this is right before I got kicked out. I said, I'm black and I'm proud, in the hallways. And the vice principals, they walked in, it's 2 vice principals, and one of them, it was both women. She looked at me, she said, you're black and you're proud. And then the other one was like, go to the office. And like, I had to talk to the principal. I'm like, man, your whole administration is racist. And his response wasn't, what makes you say that they're racist? It was, you better be, if you say this, you have to be able to stand on it on the day of judgment. When I was in Islamic school, I felt like I was the worst. I felt like I was at my lowest point as a Muslim, being around other Muslims. And I said, this isn't what this religion's like. This isn't what I read, and what I'm experiencing are 2 different things. And so when I was kicked out, which I think was the best thing that ever happened to me, I made it a point to go on my own spiritual journey and to find out what Allah looked like for me. Not what he looked like for anybody else, what he looked like for me. And he told me, like, he said, if you walk towards me, I'm gonna run towards you. So when I took that first step, he was already in front of me, and I'm like, I knew it. This is who you really are. And I just had to exist in that space with him till the point that that belief was was instilled in me, to the point I didn't have to seek validation. I think I want non-black Muslims to recognize the foundation black Muslims laid out for them in this country. There would be no Muslim community in America without black Muslims. And I feel like that gets taken for granted so much, to the point we erase the Nation of Islam from our own ranks. You know what I'm saying? When we have people like Warith Deen Muhammad that led brothers out of the what we would call flawed doctrine of the Nation of Islam at that time, and led them to what we consider Orthodox Islam. He was also the teacher of Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? And to hear people, you know what I'm saying, in the Muslim spaces quote Malcolm X and then try to deny the reality of the Nation of Islam, it's like, you must not know who Malcolm really was. Because if it wasn't for the Nation of Islam, we wouldn't have had the Malcolm we had, even if it was for a year or 2. And I think recognizing the foundation black Muslims laid, and also recognizing the intrinsic value black Muslims have to the Muslim community in its totality, We've contributed so much to the entire world, and we've been left out of the narrative.